The residential buildings are rapidly being constructed in response of high demand. However, some of developments suffer from poor building quality according to various reports. In this video, we are going to construct the problems, factors affecting, effects, and the remedial works in order to overcome this problem. There are 3 defects occur in this video, which is civil defects, mechanical defects, and electrical defect. The description of subject property for Nur Syazwani, located at Taman Seroja, Bandar Baru Salak Tinggi, Sepang, Selangor. The building type is single-story semi-detached with age 9 years.
Assalamualaikum to Madam Huraiza. My name is Cik Nuatira binti Cik Anwar and I will present to you about background of subject property, which is my house that is located at Bandar Indra Mahkota, Kuantan, Pahang. Building type is a double-story bungalow and age of building is 9 years.
The study case for Nurul Sakinah, located at Taman Melor Alustar, Kedah. This is the single-story terrace house, which age of building is 36 years.
This is one of the subject property that location at Lot 75, Kampung Sri Kelebang, Tambahan 2, Ipoh, Perak. This is a detached house type with renovation with 4 bedroom and 3 bathroom. This age of house is around 19 years since 2001. Although it quite old, the maintenance of this house is secured time by time.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ikhwan Syabir Shahjahan. So today I will talk about my defect at my house. First of all, the study case is my address is number 15 di Jalan Seroja 3, Taman Medan Jaya, Kota Tinggi, Johor. So it's a double terrace house with 4 rooms and 3 bathrooms. The age of the house is about 20 years, and although it's quite old, but it is always maintained time by time.
Hello, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azib Akmal and today I will show you about my defect in the case study that I choose. So my case study is located at number 44, Jalan Udang Utama, 6 Road 3, Bandar Udang Utama, 8100 Johor Bahru, Johor. This property is around 20 years old since it bought at year 2000, and it was a terrace house. It has many defects that I will state later, and I hope you can take knowledge from it and also learn from it.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Sakinah. I will show you some defects in this building. Let's go.
For the first defect that I choose, it is a rising dam. What is rising dam? Rising dam is a rare form of dam that affect the wall of the building. It occurs when moisture from the ground level travel up through the wall by capillary action. There are many factors that cause the rising dam to occur. It is poor drainage or damaged pipe, lack of ventilation in the subfloor, damaged dam-proof course or TPC in rise ground level, and last but not least is subfloor obstruction. That means there is a debris in the subfloor that block the ventilation. Okay, now we know the factor. So what about the effect of the rising dam? The effect of the rising dam is there are a tight mark of salt and also dark patches on wall that can be damp to touch. And also it will be peeling wallpaper or paint, and also can be timber decaying. What you can do if there is a rising dam happen? So, you can inject with a damp-proofing injection cream to avoid the damp from spreading big, and also you can insert a new DPC.
The next defect is loss of shine for glass surface. The factor affecting the defects is due to exposed excessive heat and adding unsuitable solvent. When we clean it, we use unsuitable solvent. So the effect from this, natural light cannot penetrate the glass and the user cannot enjoy outside view from the inside. At this remedial action that we can take at the initial stage, usually we use suitable materials, depends on the location and function of the building. At regular maintenance, we can keep the glass clean from dust and keep wiping the window every day using the suitable detergent. This is the example, lack of shine at the window.
Second is a loose window handle. Basically, this is a loose window handle. Factor for a loose window handle is a mishandling when closing or open the window. Second is wear and tear, and also poor workmanship during the installation. For the symptom and effect, it is hard to open the window for ventilation. Second is home burglaries. For the remedial action, first, remove the screw cover. Second, once the screw cover is removed, tight the exposed screw until it is firmly in place, taking care but not to over tighten.
Okay, so here this is the example of the sagging. Factor affecting this sagging due to downward movement of the paint film. The effect from this, the paint become pale and follow the shape of water droplet. At the remedial action, in the initial stage, commonly we use good paint and waterproof paint. Undercoat must be adequate and do not be too thin. At regular inspection, we usually repainting the wall using better paint.
My name is Nur Shazwani binti Muhammad Rusli, and today I will explain about defect of the building. First is a peeling paint. Basically, this is a peeling paint. Factor of peeling paint is a painting over insufficient cure concrete, extreme dryness, wear and tear, lack of maintenance, and also old coat of painting. The symptom is a cure on the surface exposed to the rain, sun, and variation degree of the temperature. It is unsightly mess in a home or a building. For the remedial action, first, wear a safety mask, glass glove, and place a large plastic near with the area. Second, remove the problem paint area by using a wire brush or paint scraper to scrape all the loose paint. Third, apply a patching compound in the putty knife and then let it dry. Patch the peeling paint by using a very fine grained sandpaper. Fourth, clean the area by using a sponge. Wipe the area that need to be painted for several times and let it dry truly. Last is paint the walls and apply for a first coat evenly over the area. Apply a second coat if it is necessary and let it dry. Okay, third is a paint discoloration. Basically, this is a paint discoloration. Paint discoloration. The factor is the moisture, sunlight, and also climate change. For the symptom or the effect, the appearance more to tan or a brownish gas, and it is often effect at the atmospheric pollutants in the ingredients of the painting. For the remedial action, first, wash the wall to remove any grease. Second, sand and prime the wall areas. Third, repaint the wall with at least 2 coats of a new color. If the painting over a dark color to a lighter color, it need more than 2 coats to stop the previous color from showing through. Last is paint in the fully daylight, especially for a final coat to see where have you been.
Assalamualaikum again, I'm Atira and I will explain to you about the first building defect, which is wall crack. Wall crack is a severe defect And factors contribute to wall cracks are poor building structure, increasing of building load, and low quality construction material. For symptoms, cracks run horizontally, doors and windows are not shut properly in the frames, cracks are wider than 1/4 of an inch, cracks are forming frequently and in large amounts. For the effects, weakens building structure. Building will most likely collapse if movement of ground happens frequently. For remedial action, cover cracked walls with mesh joint tape and apply thin layer of joint compound. For minor cracks and for major cracks, fill the cracks with drywall compound or plaster and repaint the crack area.
Next is the timber decay defect for the building. The type of defect is a biological attack. For the factor, it is environmental explorers, which is a highlight relying on combination of a suitable temperature, moisturized oxygen and cellulose in the timber. This condition make fungus able to live in the timber and destroy the structure. And second is the dimensional instability and chemical deterioration. For the symptom and the effect, first, the slow access to wood can result in decay and the wood is easily removed from the position. Second is the wood will become darker, indicating its moisturized level. And third, it's showing that the effect of green on the wood can bring more fungus in that area. For the remedial action, we can use the pre-treat timber products such as durable hardwood, special in the problem area. Second is remove the sources of moisturize. Third is apply remedial timber preservative to kill existing decay. Fourth, try out the timber as quickly as it practicable. And last is, if the case getting serious, we just replace the timber.
This is a few examples of termite attack. Commonly, termite will attack due to the moisture of the surface and minimum flow of air. Commonly, termite will attack at the timber and can cause rot. For the remedial action that should be taken at the initial stage, commonly we use liquid termite treatment in order to provide a long-lasting barrier in the soil that prevents termite from entering and infesting building. Secondly, we also can put damp-proof membrane, or well known as DPC, in order to avoid water absorb on it that can cause moisture in that area.
I'm Atira and I will explain to you about roof leakage, which is a civil defect. The factor is coming from roof, especially during heavy rain. For symptoms, visible water stains or mold on ceiling, musty odor, changes to floor or ceiling or wall structure. For effect is water weakens floor structure and causes mold to grow. For timber flooring and remedial action, make sure gutter and downspouts are free from any blockage and regular roof inspection.
Next is the burn plug socket for the type of defect under electric. And the factor is, first is overload circuit, second is loose wire inside the circuit. For the symptom and effect, the power out to spark and may start a fire when it become overheating. For the remedial action, we can use unscrewed face plate of burn socket and replace with a full circuit interpreter.
For the second defect that are available in the subject property is wiring defect. Wiring defect is very dangerous because it can create shock and also fire hazard, leading to serious injuries or loss of property. One of the factors that can trigger the wiring defect is damaged electrical cable and also poorly secure wiring cable that can be very dangerous if not maintained. Okay, for the effect of the defect is it can be over voltage and also electrical shocks that can create fire hazard in the property. It will be very dangerous if it not repair and can injure the human at the house. What you can do if there is a wiring defect in your house, you can call an electrician for further repair, and also you can change the wiring cable to a proper one that can secure your wiring cable from being damaged.
So first of all, the defect that I have at my house is noisy fan. The factor of this is quite a lot, but from my observation, it is because the loose screw from the fan at the bearing and also the loose of oil at the bearing. So the symptom and effect is rattling sound and noise pollution. So by time, the sound of the fan could disturb everyone at the room, and it is quite annoying and disturb people to sleep. So the remedial action that we can take is tighten the loosened screw by open the first cover from the fan and tighten it, and also add some oil to the bearing, and it should solve the problem. Second of all, the defect that has at my home is aircon not blowing cold air. The factor that it could be is from the lack of adequate airflow. So it can be caused by many things like dust and other particles, small dust that could be blocking the airflow to cool the room. So the symptom and effect that could be is the high electric use by time, and the cold should be very slow and a lot more noisy. So the remedial action that we could take is clean the filter, and by that the motor should use the adequate power to cool the room. Thank you from me, that's all.
Okay, for the last defect, it is leaking pipe and also fitting. What causes the pipe to leak in the first place? So the first causes is foundation shift, where your home foundation can create a big adjustment in your water line. Second is high water pressure. It means that the water zipping through your pipe at high speed increase the risk of your pipe bursting. And third is corrosion. Corrosion is where your pipe is rust. And last but not least is temperature change. Temperature change means extreme change in temperature can cause pipe to crack and begin leaking. What is the effect of the pipe leaking in your house? So when the pipe is leaking, it actually can affect the water quality, and also it can be flooding in your house, and also warped and stained wall, and also can create invasive black mold in the house. For the action that you can do to prevent the leaking pipe and also fitting, you can always aware of the small leak and clamping it before it becomes big. Second, you can
As a wrap, we can conclude that every type of property has their own defects such as civil defect, mechanical defect and electrical defect. This type of defect is very normal happen to everyone. We need to identify and solve the problem of the defect to avoid any damage done to the property and the people living in it. We need to ensure the property that we live in is safe and secure from any problem. Defects such as electrical can harm people, so it is very dangerous if not maintained well. Therefore, we hope that we can actually know how the defect work and solve it carefully with all of the remedial action suggested. Thank you.